Hey everyone, Sue here. Today we're going to be going through the Sieupreme tutorial slash walkthrough, but before we get to that, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that's already purchased Sieupreme as well as pre-ordered the Kicks for Us All-in-One. As a reminder, if you purchase the pre-order for the Kicks for Us All-in-One, you do not have to buy Sieupreme as it's included in the perks bundle that you get. For those of you guys that are just joining us, Sieupreme is now a paid format and currently costs $24.99 for the lifetime license, which basically you only have to pay once and you can enjoy all the updates and uses for the rest of your life, which is a pretty good deal. And for those of you guys that decide to sleep on it this season, at the start of next season it's going to be sold for $34.99. So let's get started. So this is a screen that a lot of you guys are familiar with, whether you have it right now or have used it in the past. Japan is still currently being worked on. It should be available, I would say, later this week, and today is the 5th of September, so maybe in like 2 days. But I'm going to click on US, and you'll see a version mismatch error, which basically means you don't have the bot. Basically just hit add to Krump, and it's going to say that it can read and change your data on Kicks for Us as well as SupremeNewYork.com, and we do manipulate files and inject code to make our bot work. However, we do not read your browsing history, so you don't have to clear your porn tab or anything like that whenever you decide to use this. So just hit add to extension, and on the top right it's going to say that it's added. You're just going to have to refresh the screen and everything will be loaded in. Just hit stop if it says that. We've added a status update to let people know if their bot is running or not. But you can change your regions here, as well as start, stop, and then the timer is available to you. So if you've used this before, you'll see a few new things that have been updated. And previously we only had one mode, which was the automatic add to cart, and I'm not gonna lie, it didn't work that great, but it served its purpose, as a lot of you guys have copped successfully off of it. But with feedback and testing, we've rewritten this whole code base, and it's a completely new bot, basically. So we've also introduced a click to cart option for those of you guys that don't want to deal with finding keywords, colors, and all that. And I'll show you how to use both. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to use the click to cart option first. And all the click to cart preferences are located here. You basically pre-select all the sizes that you want. And for example, if I were to try to cart some pants, it would alternate between these two, just depending on which size that clothing article takes. So yeah, so let me go through this really quick. So accessory sizes are mostly for like the boxers as well as the t-shirts. What's really nice is previously a lot of people forgot to select one size in the previous version. So in the click to cart mode, all the non-sizes will automatically be added to cart without any sizing options, which is, I think, should be pretty helpful. And then all these shoe sizes, they're dependent upon the website you're on. So if you're in the US, these are US sizes. If you're going to be in like the UK or the EU site, these are going to be the European sizes. And then of course if you're in Japan, then the Japan sizes. So I am that. So once you're good with everything, oh, and I forgot to mention, we've included an if out of stock preference. So previously, if something was out of stock, you would just basically take the L, and we've decided to change that. You have the option of not carting, sizing up or sizing down. So I think I can always wear a size up. So we're just gonna hit that and load everything to cart. So here we have all the settings. If you're doing click to cart, you don't need to fill out the shopping list category. That's only for automatic. But you do need to fill this out, so I'm gonna fill this out really quick. and obviously on this stage, you fill it according to your specific addresses, not what I'm filling in. So I'm going to hit load to Chrome extension to save that. And for billing, I'm just going to put in a random card number. Alright, and then expire date. And make sure you select the right one, because the last thing you want to do is get declined for choosing Visa instead of MasterCard or American Express, etc. You gotta double check this kind of stuff, because this bot is only as smart as yourself, right? So if you're not setting this up properly, then it's not going to work properly. So just a fair warning. Alright, so everything is set. Alright, so if you're on click to cart, you basically just hit start, and it opens up the shop all tab on Sieupreme. It's loading a little bit slow for me because I'm recording and using a hotspot at once, so yeah, it's not loading as fast as it should. But for example, if we wanted to cart something, we just click on it and it would load in a new tab, and it would update your cart whenever it successfully carted. So this cart updates in real time. So for example, let's see something that's not out of stock. So this American pledge thing, I just click on that, loads, and then once it's in cart, this total is going to update to two items. And likewise for these pants, this shirt, and obviously if the size doesn't exist, it's not going to add it to cart. But up here you have two buttons, just view cart or checkout now. If you want to view the cart, you just hit it and it moves you back, and everything is carted, and all the sizes should be correct. But if you want to basically just do checkout now, just hit checkout, and it's going to automatically submit it for you. And obviously it can't submit it all because it's fake information, but let me turn this off really quick. So let me put out auto checkout off, and I'll start it again. So if I go to checkout, everything's going to be auto-filled, but it won't process payment. It shouldn't. Oh wait, no, I didn't save it. So alright, this is a perfect example. So we got to load into Chrome extension. Alright, so we're going to hit start again. Alright, and then we're going to go to checkout. Okay, so then it shouldn't submit anymore because we turned auto checkout off. But as you see, everything is filled in. And what's really cool about how this autofill works is it's very dynamic. So if Sieupreme changes their site, it should still autofill everything in. So I've heard a lot of other bots having issues with that, but we've never really encountered that ever. So that's it for the click to cart mode. It's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so we're just gonna hit stop because we're not doing that anymore. So let's move on to the automatic add to cart option. So we're just gonna load into Chrome extension. So for the checkout delay, I usually do 4 seconds. If you want to do 1 second and risk getting declined, you know, that's up to you. But basically what checkout delay is basically how long it waits after it loads the checkout page to hit submit. So that's something to keep in mind. If your computer is really slow, I would say do 1 second. But if you have really good fast internet and a fast computer, 4 seconds should be fine. It's all dependent upon, you know, your computers, your network, all your settings, and they vary from person to person. So, you know, asking someone, you know, what settings they use or all that, it actually makes no difference. You should actually test all this before you run it on a live drop. So let's get back to the shopping bag. So we're just gonna go to Sieupreme, shop all, and alright, I'm gonna edit this cart because we don't want any of this stuff in here. So a lot of you guys misuse the automatic add to cart, and it's not that hard. It's just a lot of times you guys either just miss one of the categories or the input fields. So I'll show you how to use it properly. Alright, so I'm going to pick out a few things that we're going to show off this carding system with. Alright, so we got this wool overcoat, we got this leather front polo sweater, and we got this Pledge Allegiance keychain, right? So a lot of people use a bunch of keywords. So like, for example, for the NOS drop, they put NOS, t-shirt, like a bunch of keywords in when they only had to put NOS. And for this, you only need to put wool or overcoat. You don't need both of them, although if you do both of them, it will work. However, if you do like wool overcoat and then like cheetah or something like after that, it won't read it. So your best bet is just one keyword. So for this one, I would just use overcoat. So I just put overcoat, and it's important to always select your category, because I'll show you what happens if you don't. Here, I'll show you what happens if you don't select your category. I'll just do blue, and then does this come in a medium? Yes, it does. So we're just gonna load this in. All right, I'm gonna hit start. So it's gonna open up this null page, right? And it basically, boom, failed. You missed the drop just because you didn't select a category, right? And oops, opened up a Chrome tab on accident. So if you look right here, it says category. Please select a category. There's no fail-safe error, and this bot is only as smart as the person setting it up. So I would just remove that, and then make sure you do jacket, overcoat, blue. Now we'll hit size. All right, so we'll load that in, and then we'll also do. So for this, when it has 4 words in the title, you really only need one, but you can do leather front polo sweater, or just sweater, polo, front, whatever you want. So for me, I just did leather, and let's see, we'll put leather. It's a top and sweaters category. For the colors, I think I saw dusty pink. Yeah, you can use dusty or pink or both. I usually just do one of the colors, or one of the words in the color field, and then we'll do extra large because it's what they have. And then Pledge Allegiance. So this is in accessories. I'm just going to do pledge. And for accessories, you don't really need colors. A lot of them have colors, but what's really cool about how this bot works is when you choose a color that's not actually a color, or like it doesn't exist, it basically randomizes the color for you. And in the case that there's only one item with that color, obviously that randomization will just pick the one item. So I would put like hot pink, right, for the color here. And then make sure for accessories, you do have to select one size if you're doing automatic add to cart, if you're doing specific items. So we're just going to close out of all this, right? And then I think everything is saved, and then automatic add to cart, all that's good. So as you see, it's all properly set up, and when I hit start, it's going to cart everything. And load everything in for you. It opens up like one cart page and then one checkout page, so you can kind of make changes before you hit submit. Sometimes it will open it twice. I'm still trying to fix the bug on that, but basically it has to do with something from like a prior extension being open. So basically it shouldn't happen to any of you guys, but it only happens when you like uninstall and then reinstall the extension again, because there's already an instance already running. So something like that's still perfectly normal. If that happens to you and you do auto checkout, it should only let you submit one of the orders anyways, because Sieupreme will block out the second order. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Make sure you hit stop every time. The timer, you can use the timer if you want. So for example, A lot of people don't know how to use this timer, but if I wanted to start it in, say, 30 seconds, I would just hit that, and then I would hit start, and then within 30 seconds, it will basically start the bot for me, right? So we're just going to leave it run so you can see how this works. And if the item is already in your cart, the bot will automatically skip over it, so the bot doesn't pause or get stuck or anything like that. And as you see this time around, it only opened up the tab system once. So one tab for cart, one tab for checkout, and that's perfectly normal. And then you also have the prior tab for the last item that was carted. But everything's there. It works. I don't know how well it's going to turn out on this recording because I'm recording and doing all this at once, so the computer isn't running as fast as it normally should. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, if you need other help or you can't get it figured out still, you can find me on Twitter. I'm usually available to help for whatever reason. So thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the bot and good luck for the rest of the season.